Hello and welcome. I'm Hrish, co-founder and CEO of SuperWorld, a virtual world in augmented reality where creativity and entrepreneurship come together on one decentralized platform. From the Empire State Building to the Sydney Opera House to some of the more obscure places on Earth, in SuperWorld, our world is yours. Yours to buy, yours to sell, yours to create, and yours to explore. SuperWorld is mapped on top of the real world to create over 64 billion unique plots of land, with each plot measuring roughly 100 meters by 100 meters of real-world space. To give you an idea, one plot of SuperWorld AR real estate is about the size of Yankee Stadium. Ready to get started? Find land to cultivate for its strategic real estate location as a digital asset or that holds sentimental value for you. Buying and selling virtual real estate in SuperWorld is easy, as all transactions take place securely on the Ethereum blockchain, and every plot of land is represented by a non-fungible token on the ERC 721 standard. Personalize your world in AR through interactive 3D objects, animation, photos, videos, and text to truly make a world of your own. Ready to find your peace on Earth? Join us in SuperWorld.
Hello, welcome everybody. Great to see you. And my name is Marta, and today, together with our CEO and co-founder of SuperWorld, Hrish, we're going to introduce you to SuperWorld. And today we would love to get deep into the topic of virtual real estate, educate you about the history, vision behind virtual real estate, some interesting and inspiring use cases, and just share with you the knowledge and the reason why virtual real estate is something that you should incorporate in your life, especially if you're a tech savvy person. So really excited, and I believe you're also looking forward to the webinar today.
Yeah, always great to be here. This topic is very important. Obviously, a very important part of SuperWorld and what we're building. And I think it's a topic that I think a lot of people really have a curiosity about because they have heard about virtual real estate, but don't exactly know how it works, or they have some idea of how it works, but it might not be how it works in SuperWorld. So, what we want to do is, again, we're very excited about talking about, what it is, going into the history, going into the use cases, the applications, and helping people to better understand what it is and how they can get involved. So very excited about today's topic.
Yeah, perfect. So, just a quick overview of what is going to be discussed today. So, as I already mentioned before, we're going to be introducing especially the new people to SuperWorld, and we'll share with you the special offers that we have prepared for you for this week. And later, Hrish is going to educate you about all the important aspects of virtual real estate, and in the end we're going to have a Q&A with you guys. If you have any questions, then please drop them in the chat, and we're going to save them and answer them in the end of the session. Also, if you just have any thoughts or just anything that you would like to express throughout the webinar, please do it. We always feel super happy to see you guys interact with us. It feels amazing to see similar faces, appearing every week. And just, don't feel shy, say hi, and also share with us where are you currently watching us from. So we would love to have a chat with you today also throughout the session. So moving forward, I would ask you, Hrish, to quickly give us your background and what actually brought you into creating SuperWorld.
Yeah, thanks. And for anyone who is new to SuperWorld or hasn't met me in the past, happy to kind of give you a sense for the variety of things that I've worked on that's gotten us, the perspective on where we are now and building SuperWorld. So, kind of done a variety of things in my background. Start off in management consulting. Worked in investment banking in New York. I was at UBS and HSBC. Start off in real estate investment banking, of all places, in the physical real estate world. We're getting into virtual real estate, which is a big part of SuperWorld. But I come from a physical real estate background, and SuperWorld has physical real estate applications as well. After that, worked in venture capital. At Spencer Trust Ventures in New York, worked for an amazing investor named Adam Stern, who's also one of our investors in SuperWorld, a great friend of mine, as well as after that, went over to Eastern Europe back in 2009 with the goal of starting a venture somewhere in it. I ended up, fortunately, being able to do that in Ukraine, started a fund in 11, an early stage technology fund, and the first check to Preply, which some of you might know, online tutoring marketplace in the world, and a number of other companies in that region. After that was an early employee, first biz dev at TopTal, which is a talent marketplace backed by Andreessen Horowitz. I learned a lot at TopTal. And then previous to SuperWorld, started Rogue Initiative Studios, which is a film, television, gaming, and virtual reality studio in Los Angeles. My co-founder had produced Call of Duty, Modern Warfare series, and Ghosts. And our production partner is Michael Bay, the action director. And what I've learned from Rogue Initiative is, a Michael Bay movie and a Call of Duty game are really the same thing. In other words, that they're, you can build anything in an engine, right? A Unity engine, Unreal Engine, any type of content. And what had happened was about 6 years ago, Pokemon Go came out, and you saw all these people around the world running around looking at Pokemon. And my co-founder Max and I were really inspired by that. And we thought, you know what? How could we enable anyone to be able to use the tools to create, discover, and monetize anything anywhere? How could they build a virtual world in real world locations? And that was the inspiration for SuperWorld. So a bit about my background. And I think the thing that's, really awesome for me is SuperWorld really kind of brings together everything I've ever done. And so very excited about our mission at SuperWorld.
Okay, and now I would ask you to give people a brief introduction into what is SuperWorld.
Great. So SuperWorld is a virtual world mapped on top of the real world. So it's all around us. We're in it right now. So you have a world, I have a world, brands have worlds. There's an unlimited number of filters on the world, right? So if I come to New York or Los Angeles or Warsaw or Berlin or Tokyo, anywhere in the world, you could say, Hrish, check out my world. And you've left me things. You've left a hologram of yourself somewhere telling me about your latest project. You've left photos and videos from trips you've taken, or you've left 3D digital assets in different places I can click on and buy something, or click on and go to your website, click on and, transact. So the idea is, again, you've personalized the real world in augmented reality. And again, the type of content could be AR, VR, 3D, 2D, audio, any type of content anywhere. And then what we've done is we've added Web3 to that. So we've divided the Earth into 64 billion properties, 0.01, 0.01, longitude, latitude, covering Earth in real world locations. And so what that means is you can buy these geospatial media assets covering Earth. Each one's about $75 in today's price, about 100 Matic. And if you buy one of those, you can activate monetization from advertising, e-commerce, digital commerce, data analytics, gaming, DeFi, from all these different ways in that location. And not only from your activity, but from what anyone does in that location as well. So the idea is you become a stakeholder in real world locations by buying virtual real estate, which is what we're going to go into today. There's a lot more to it. We have a currency called SuperWorld X. And the vision there is how can we incentivize people using this currency to enable them to do what they love in the real world, in their real life. We can go more into that. But the high level mission of SuperWorld, the vision, is how can we build a virtual world that enhances your real life, things that you're doing in the real world. Okay. And then how do we all collectively build a decentralized virtual world together that actually enhances humanity? Can we use these technologies to actually improve Earth and improve people's lives and humanity? So that's our vision. We call it SuperWorld. I always say the world needs SuperWorld, kind of like the world needs Superman. The world needs SuperWorld. So very excited to be here with you, Marta. And that's the, I think high level explanation of what SuperWorld is.
Yes, sure. And also, I still think we have more than enough time to give people a quick demo and to show them around SuperWorld. I think it will be also helpful later throughout the session to kind of give comparisons to SuperWorld and virtual real estate. So I think it's also a good idea for the start.
Sure. So let me go into SuperWorld. Again, we're at superworld.com. Once you go in, you can click at the start button right on the screen and you'll get to this screen. This is the SuperWorld, map screen. You see all those numbers everywhere, and that's just the United States. Those numbers are the numbers of properties that purchase virtual real estate in nations. And when you get even more granular, numbers kind of pop up. So again, that's just kind of properties that have been purchased locations. So if I keep kind of drilling in here, I'm going to start at New York City, which is, our favorite place to kind of start. But you can see by those numbers, people buy properties all over the world. Again, I'm going to show you how the virtual real estate works. If you click here, anything in blue has already been purchased. So anything that you see on the map that's blue, those properties are already purchased. So if you want to buy one of those, you got to click on that property that you want. Okay. So there's all these grids, and then you got to make an offer if you want that property. Okay. If you click anywhere on the map where there is not a colored box, it lights up in yellow, and each one of those is $75 in today's price, so about 100 Matic. And then if you own a property, like once you buy a property, you can reprice property to whatever you want, and you can list it to sell. And so here I'm going to click on an orange property. So this one's listed at $140,000. This one here next to it is $130,000. So, and click on this one here as an example, 146. So my point is you can reprice properties to whatever you want. If you don't reprice them, someone can give you an offer on your property if they're in blue. Okay. So that's how the virtual real estate works. I'm going to show you one of the first worlds that was created in SuperWorld. This is a world created by SI Tickets by Sports Illustrated. And what they did was they added 250,000 live sports, concerts, and theater events to SuperWorld, right? So literally all over, they'll start populating everywhere, these events. But I'm going to zoom back in on New York City. Okay. A lot of activity here. So if I click in on that football, it looked like, that's a sports icon, right? So sports, concerts, and theater. And you can see that this is a New York Knicks versus Detroit Pistons game at Madison Square Garden. So I could buy tickets to this game in this location here. Okay. It looks like Madison Square Garden's right there. But if you're fan of, in this case, in the NBA or events in general, right? And you're a fan of this location or this area, you can buy this location, you can buy the virtual real estate in this location, and you'll actually earn monetization from those ticket sales. And so you can go here and you could start promoting all of the events that actually happen in this location, right? And you'll earn ticketing. You'll earn the sales of the ticketing. And here it is. So you can copy a link here, right? You can share that on your social media. You can click this share button and you can just share that anywhere. And so now you're a stakeholder in this location and any of the events happening there. And those events is an example of one of the filters on the world. In this case, this is the SI ticketing filter of the world. Now, again, just to be clear, we can also add content to any part of the world, right? So I could go to a game and I could click and I could add a piece of content somewhere, right? So in augmented reality. So I'm just going to click on some stuff here, but you see it's just like, this is like a JPEG or something in a space. Okay. This is like a 3D echo chamber that one of our customers was selling, trying to show off how that looks and works. You can like walk into it and take a look at this structure, right? So this is just like adding 3D content to a real world location.
See, so now, so if you go to the side, is it gonna play a big sparkle? Yeah, see? Oh.
Show you, any type of content, 3D, 2D, audio, anything can be to real world locations. And then, as I mentioned, we just launched our Worlds feature, and Worlds now allows any of you listening to come over to SuperWorld, click Worlds, and now you can create your own curated map of the world, right? And so if I click into, this is Choice LGBTQIA's world, and we did a show with them a few weeks ago, but they had an event in Milan where they brought in a lot of artists, and now you can see all of the artwork from their artists. And look, see, like this artist is selling their work on Rarible, okay, which is another platform that you might have heard of. So if I come in here, I can now see that artwork that they've created in SuperWorld. And let's see if it's coming up here. Maybe it's just still loading. Oh, here we go. Play it. So I don't know if it's just not loading or not. No, can you see it? Yeah, I was trying to look on this screen. It looks like for some reason it's not playing, but let me see. But I think we see it on this tab, what it will look like when it plays. So you can view it like this. Right. So just as an example, you can view artwork in real world locations. You can see it in 3D. You can see it in 2D. You can listen to it in audio. And then that's your own curated map of the world. Okay. And so you can come over to SuperWorld, create your map. And then I think the really awesome part of this is that if you share that map with me or your friends or your customers or anyone, they can go into your world and they can start interacting in locations. And what's really cool is that, I showed you Milan, okay? But if I'm a fan of Choice's world and I love like the artists that they curate and I love the things that they have in the world, but then next week I'm in New York or I'm in Los Angeles, I want to go to Choice's World and see what they want me to see in Los Angeles or New York, right? And I can interact in that world. I can buy things, I can transact. And Choice, our friends at Choice, will actually be monetizing anywhere in the world, right? And so that's what's really exciting about our Worlds product, is it allows anyone to become an influencer anywhere in the world for things that they love. And also what's really cool is that you can go into someone else's world. Okay. Like I can go to his world and say, wow, I love that artist. And I can repost that art into my world. Right. So I don't even actually have to even post my own stuff. I can go into other world as an example and say, hey, you know what? I really like that restaurant, or I like that piece of art, or I like that, that post that you did. And I can take that, bring it into my world. So lots of stuff, lots of ways to kind of interact in SuperWorld. There's a lot more to the platform, but that's the beauty of, I think, how this all kind of relates to virtual real estate, which we'll talk more about today.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks for the introduction, Hrish. And before, like one last step before we get into the topic of virtual real estate, we want to go quickly over this week's offers, because we'll be presenting two. Starting with the Singapore week. And also quick note before you start, as you can see, there is a QR code on the top left side of the screen, as well as now I'm going to pop out the other QR code. You scan it, you go to our link tree, you will have all the offers there, and as well all the important links, also how you can contact us and so on. So scan it if you want to just have a great overview of what we're discussing today and access all the things that we have mentioned before and will be mentioning throughout the session. Go ahead, Hrish.
Yeah. So every week, we highlight a new place in the world, and SuperWorld covers Earth, and there's so many wonderful, beautiful places on the planet. And as we highlight new places, we always have super citizens or customers who are very interested in a place. And that's how they discover SuperWorld. So this week we're highlighting Singapore. It's Singapore Week, and we always have a promotion and offer. So this week's offer, offers are typically the same for every city, but it's always a great time to take advantage of an offer if you love a certain city. So if you love Singapore, it's a great week to buy in Singapore virtual real estate. This week, we have offers buy 3 get 2, or buy 20 plots in Singapore and get 15 anywhere in the world. So that's the offer, and definitely take advantage of that if you love Singapore. And the second offer is a really easy way for people to become a diplomat. I always get the question, what is a diplomat? How can I become a diplomat in SuperWorld? I think a diplomat in SuperWorld is someone that understands our mission of enhancing people's lives and building a better world, and wants to be involved in that mission, wants to help us spread the message, wants to partner with us, wants to, do events with us. Just, it could be anything that is really kind of pushing forward the mission that we have in SuperWorld. And so this is an offer that makes it really easy for you to get on board and become a diplomat right away. You need 5 plots of virtual real estate to become a diplomat. And this offer allows you to buy 5 plots anywhere in the world and get 5 plots, bonus plots anywhere in the world. So it's buy 5, get 5. But the beauty of it is you automatically become a diplomat, and you end up with 10 plots of virtual real estate all over the world. So it's a really great offer. And a lot of people, take advantage of it because it's a really, easy way to join us as a diplomat. And diplomats get invited to our brainstorming sessions. We're having one soon about worlds. We just launched our Worlds product a couple of weeks ago, but we're going to have a session talking to our diplomats and super citizens about what it is that they want us to build in worlds, how we can improve worlds. So you get access to stuff like that. You get access to events. You get access to other kinds of opportunities to partner with us. You also benefit from being able to participate in our affiliate program, where we'll enable you to earn commission on virtual real estate and other opportunities to help evangelize what we're doing at SuperWorld.
Okay, so now let's begin the topic of the session, which is a deep dive into virtual real estate. And yeah, let's get started with the basics and the definition. Go ahead, Hrish.
Yeah. So, virtual real estate, just read the definition here, refers to, digital properties.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah. Digital
Now let's
properties
go.
and assets within online environments represented in virtual worlds or blockchain platforms. And unlike physical real estate, it involves ownership and transactions in digital spaces using blockchain technology. And, I think the thing here that's really important to understand is that virtual real estate, is a way of owning a part of the digital world, and involves property rights of digital property. And a lot of us, when we're in our regular life, we understand physical property. We understand the physical world. The digital world, a lot of times, is a little bit more nebulous to kind of put our wrap our heads around, because people are like, wait, like, can't you just like make more of it, or can't you just kind of control C, control V, like copy and paste more of it? It's digital. How can you own it? And like, how can I live in virtual real estate? Like, does it provide a roof over my head? Like, how does this work? So this is what we're going to go into today, and this is kind of what we're going to answer. But I think I wanted to, in our definition, we wanted to kind of explain to you that we're talking about digital rights and ownership of digital places. And we'll go into more about SuperWorld, because SuperWorld brings that into your real life. It brings it into real world locations. And I described that earlier, because in SuperWorld, the geospatial assets that we're selling in terms of virtual real estate actually occupy real places. So they're on top of Earth. And so in SuperWorld, we bring that digital ownership, connect that to physical places. That's the real, I think, compelling part of virtual real estate when we discuss it at SuperWorld. And because of that, you're able to bring your physical life and your virtual or digital life together, right? So I'll go into this slide, the canvas for users to buy, sell, and develop virtual real estate assets. That's what that was. And that's what SuperWorld is allows you to buy, sell, and develop these places around you. So let's go into the basics of digital assets and properties in terms of SuperWorld. So, as I explained it, there's the virtual real estate aspect of this, which what we're calling property here, which covers Earth. And I showed you a map interface of that. And the map is divided in these grids, right? 0.01, 0.01 longitude, latitude. And so it covers real world locations on Earth. And by buying those locations, now you become a stakeholder in those locations, right? Benefiting from all of the commerce that happens there, monetization that you can activate, right? And so you are creating content in those locations. you're doing activity, you're kind of generating interest to those locations, and ultimately monetization in those locations. And so that's the virtual real estate aspect of that. Now, the second aspect of that is buildings. You could build a digital twin in that location that could be viewable. If you have a piece of real estate or property, a commercial real estate property, I can go into that virtual real estate and go into a digital twin. So digital twins sometimes fit in this definition, or any type of item. Digital commerce could be an avatar. It could be a 3D replica of a physical item. You buy the 3D replica and you get the physical item. So, there's kind of the basics are the virtual real estate, digital twins, and even, items and digital assets of any sort. So this goes into types of virtual real estate, virtual land that was discussed, the map of New York that we showed off earlier, those plots of land that are blue, digital twins. We have a partnership with Magma, and we're launching and going to be announcing one of our digital twins products very soon as well. But Magma enables you to build a digital twin as well as house data in a digital twin token about commercial real estate that you own. So digital twins is oftentimes very strongly correlated with virtual real estate as well. And we're using it as a way to create monetization in real world locations, either from, digital commerce, as I mentioned, or e-commerce. You can build a store in a digital twin, and I can go shopping in a digital twin. So lots of interesting opportunities to get people to be able to visualize and go inside of a physical place, even if they're not there physically. I could be in New York City and go inside a showroom in Paris on the Champs-Elysees because I want to go shopping, and I could visualize that property or go into the newest store that's built, et cetera, all the way across the world. So that's the awesome thing about digital twins.
Yeah, and digital twins overall are a very important aspect in virtual real estate. And well, we can talk about it, but of course, I would like to also show people our video that, talks about our partnership with Magma, but it also gives you a good overview and idea of what a digital twin can look like. So I'm going to play it now.
We are excited to announce our partnership between SuperWorld and Magma, where we're enabling in the Magma filter on the SuperWorld map anyone to create a digital twin of their physical properties anywhere on Earth. Here's a demo of what that will look like in Paris, France. More exciting announcements about this partnership coming very soon. We look forward to having you join us in SuperWorld.
It just shows off the digital twin structure that they're building in Paris. And we did a SuperWorld show with them several weeks ago where we talked about their digital twin token, which actually enables anyone who owns commercial real estate to be able to house data about their physical property and service providers and maintenance and environmental records all on the blockchain. So we're happy if you're listening to this and you're in the commercial real estate space, get in touch with us. We'd love to talk to you about that offering. But we have several offerings on the digital twin side. We can integrate into SuperWorld. So I'd love to tell you more about that.
Yeah, like one of also very important components of virtual real estate, as we already mentioned before, is blockchain.
Yeah. So, the thing that makes property rights in terms of digital spaces really interesting is now these assets can be recorded on the blockchain, enabling secure transactions and ownership, and the authenticity of those assets. And so blockchain technology and smart contracts really these digital property rights a reality. And it really brings virtual real estate into a whole new level of its ability to interact with real world assets in real world locations. And so that's the core of some of the things that we're focused on at SuperWorld, is how can we bring, whether it's immersive technology, whether it's artificial intelligence to create content, and bring that together with Web3 and blockchain. So you have the authenticity of ownership, and then you have the ability to transact very securely and frictionless opportunities across the world in a peer-to-peer fashion.
And now it's time when we discuss the early beginnings and the history of virtual real estate.
Sure. So, the virtual real estate space is something that has been around for quite a while, in video games and in, early virtual worlds. And early platforms like Second Life really pioneered the concept and brought that into more of a mainstream understanding. And they've done a lot of amazing work over the years and continue to do so. And Second Life enabled people to be able to own places in the world. They had have a currency as well, Linden dollars, that enabled you to transact and enabled people to benefit from monetization in these digital environments. And so again, over time, those virtual worlds, and virtual real estate was incorporated into multiplayer games and, establishing virtual economies. And Second Life was the progenitor of all of that. So very interesting early beginnings of virtual real estate and how it was adopted in gaming communities. And over time, as I mentioned, the importance of virtual real estate as it relates to people wanting to have the ownership of these places, to be able to transact with each other, to have the ability to to benefit potentially in an interoperable way outside of just in one platform. Blockchain technology is what really provided that ability for people to own virtual real estate. It increased the trust and the transparency and efficiency of these transactions. And that is what we're excited about at SuperWorld, because it really enables us to build this, thriving economy that's connected to real world locations. And so blockchain is a real, important part of the overall technology. And so that is something that really came to life in the last, obviously 10 years since blockchain has started, but in the last 4 or 5 years now. We're one of the early companies in this space in terms of virtual real estate. We launched in 2017, so we've again been in the virtual real estate space as it relates to blockchain now for a long time, and excited to take advantage of the new benefits that the blockchain brings to virtual real.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and speaking of the devil, because here for one of the applications of virtual real estate, we have our dear friend Altered Ali, who just also commented right now on YouTube. So hi, Ali. And yeah, let's continue. So now it's the topic of the applications, and the first one is gaming.
Yeah. So, again, as I mentioned, virtual real estate was initially kind of popularized in gaming. And so in those applications, players can build structures, customize environments, engage in virtual real estate activities, adding a layer of creativity within the gaming experience. Now, the beauty of SuperWorld is SuperWorld has to do with your real life. We're not just a game, but if you want to be it to be a game, SuperWorld can be a game. SuperWorld is whatever you want to create around you in real world locations. And one of our super citizens, Altered Ali, created a world for Altered Ali, and he created a SuperWorld worldwide treasure hunt in real world locations. And it's an amazing treasure hunt where he has clues and different opportunities to collect amazing, beautiful items all over the world in real world locations. So Altered Ali has really, been a pioneer in creating these types of experiences in SuperWorld. And I think it just shows you what's possible. So, gaming is a use case for virtual real estate, but it also can be a way for people to get into these environments and then realize, hey, you know what? I'm in the physical real estate space. I'm going to use it to create a digital twin. Someone else might get into sports. We were showing off SI tickets and ticketing and other things. So there's a lot of applications, but gaming is one that attracts a lot of people because they're coming into it kind of as a form of entertainment, a form of finding things, geocaching. There's a lot of different use cases for gaming, which are a lot of fun. The other use case that's really interesting is business and commerce. So again, by utilizing virtual real estate, you can access digital representations of your business, a business profile, and explore your store, products, and services from anywhere in the world. And I think this is a really awesome way of utilizing SuperWorld as well, is how can you, showcase your brand company. Just come over to SuperWorld, create a world, and you can now create you have your own curated map of the world where you can add content in real world locations, and you can come on board and buy those locations, buy the virtual real estate, and now you benefit from every filter of the world that's created in that location, or any content left in that location from anyone's efforts or activities in terms of the different worlds that are created. So the idea is that you're able to become a stakeholder. You're able to add and create and discover in those locations. You can display your business, your products. You can create a digital twin. You can have people come into your digital twin and shop. And so that's the amazing kind of ways that business and commerce can be done in SuperWorld in real world locations.
And now I would also like to show people, because this is a screenshot from an actual gallery that is currently in SuperWorld, and so that you can also have an idea of what such a business or such a space can look like with virtual real estate.
So this is an example of a sample, like an art gallery. You can kind of just look at, how that would be adding art, selling art. You can create an avatar, walk through it, sell artwork. You can have a customer service person kind of talk to people, things like that.
Yeah, perfect. I think that's enough. There were a lot of nice pieces around, but I think this was enough to give people an idea of what such a space may look like. And finally, the accessibility is, and now we're moving forward to the benefits of virtual real estate. What is the value that really lays behind virtual real estate?
Yeah. So, I think the amazing thing about it is that you can gain exposure to places around the world. Physical real estate, people understand because it's been around for such a long time. But the thing about physical real estate, it takes a lot of time. It's physical. There's a lot of upkeep costs. It's hard to shop for it. It's not as accessible. There's a lot of challenges to the physical real estate world. And the beauty of virtual real estate is you could be sitting anywhere in the world and shop for virtual real estate in SuperWorld anywhere else in the world. It doesn't have to be where you are. It's on a global scale. You're able to transact. You can utilize SuperWorld X, which is our currency. You can utilize Matic, which is Polygon, which is a cryptocurrency. You can own property. You can list it for sale. You can create content there. You can become a stakeholder anywhere on earth. So accessibility is a huge benefit of virtual real estate. Inclusivity. So again, virtual environments offer accessibility for individuals who face physical or logistical challenges. And what it means is we all have the ability to get involved. Doesn't matter who we are. A lot of people are like, millennials are priced out of physical real estate. Well, SuperWorld virtual real estate's about $75 for a city block of virtual real estate. We have 64 billion properties around the world. I think there's like 8 billion people in the world. So there's opportunities for everyone in the world to get involved in virtual real estate anywhere in the world. It's priced really well. We do that on purpose so people have the accessibility to buy virtual real estate. And because it's a virtual environment in real world locations, you can do this from the convenience and comfort of your home, or you could do it on a mobile phone in a real world location, really accessible. And again, we incorporate lots of different technologies. So we're built on Google, Apple, Niantic's platform, Oculus. We're built on Ethereum, Polygon. So we, again, try to be as accessible and inclusive as possible. Creativity and innovation. So there's just so many different ways that you can showcase, your skill set, whether it's your architectural prowess, creating design, to being able to create art that we saw earlier. Virtual real estate allows you to showcase all of your talents. And, it could be 3D, 2D audio. It could be VR, AR, accessible on your mobile phone, accessible on your desktop. And, again, Unity engine, Unreal engine, YouTube videos, TikTok videos, doesn't matter. All of this content can be placed in real world locations, right? And we make that all available in SuperWorld. That's the beauty of it. You create a world, doesn't matter what kind of content you want to create. You can create it, place it in a real world location, send a link to someone, and they can view it in that location or view it from anywhere in the world.
Okay, yeah, so this was about the benefits, and just as a quick kind of summary of this whole part of this session, yeah, what are the future trends and developments? And also feel free, Hrish, to also just drop in what you actually think, how it might develop, because I believe that people are really dying to know what is also your personal perspective on that.
Yeah, so there's a variety of different use cases for virtual real estate in as it relates to future trends and developments. One of the things that we see happening in the world is the rise of the creator economy. More and more people are becoming creators. More and more people are running businesses, becoming entrepreneurs, wanting to be more virtual, wanting to work remotely, wanting to travel, and being able to get involved in virtual real estate, being able to become a creator. All these things kind of give you this freedom of being able to build a business anywhere in the world. And as these future trends in the way that we live and work and play change our lives, virtual real estate and a virtual world like SuperWorld is there to empower you. And as you look across that slide, there's a variety of technologies there that are labeled, right? VR, blockchain, AR, digital economy, creator economy. All of these things all come together in SuperWorld. And so I think as artificial intelligence and other technologies enable us to become better at whatever it is that we want to, whatever we're doing or working on. This is what makes SuperWorld even more compelling. And we're very optimistic about the future at SuperWorld. And we're very excited to build a gateway for people that are excited about technology to get involved. And like I always say to people, even if you're excited about immersive tech or VR, AR, MR, if you're excited about Web3, NFTs or blockchain in general, if you're excited about real world assets, you're excited about AI in SuperWorld, all you need to know is where do you live? Where do you have a business? Where are places in the world that are important to you? And you can buy those locations get involved in virtual real estate. And then once you have those locations, you then can think about, what are the things that are important to you. And what's awesome about it is that you probably have an innate connection to the location and what it means to you want to do at that location. So if you have a business in a location, you're probably wanting to build something for your business, maybe to market your business, maybe to create digital twins for your real estate property. If you're into sports, maybe it's about ticketing, like we talked about earlier for an event. If you're into music, maybe it's to go to a live performance or put on a live performance or put on a virtual concert, right? And so what I'm excited about, Marta, is the confluence of these technologies that really will empower us all in all of the areas of our life, and as well as how those technologies enable us to actually bring the world forward in a very positive way. And I think that is the opportunity of all these technologies.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Hrish. Really chills. Okay, so that was the last part of our educational part of our webinar, and let's go over the offers again for the ones that join us a little later. And then we just do a quick recap and then Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, then now it's the time to drop them.
Great. So again, every week we highlight a city. This week it's Singapore. So if you haven't been to Singapore or you grew up in Singapore, this is the week. If you're interested in Singapore, come over to SuperWorld and buy virtual real estate in Singapore, because you can take advantage of these offers. So buy any 3 plots anywhere in Singapore and you get 2 bonus plots anywhere in the world, or buy 20 plots. You can use our bulk buy feature and you can literally click, 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 you buy a whole neighborhood or buy, you know, parts of whatever. It's really easy. And buy 20 plots of virtual real estate in Singapore and get 15 free anywhere in the world. So it's a great week to buy Singapore. And as you know, Singapore is one of the most amazing cities in the world. And they really are at the forefront of technology, the forefront of finance, and a wonderful place for all the things that are coming in the future that we looked at on the previous slide. So great place and to take advantage of this week. And our other offer is a really easy way to join SuperWorld and become a diplomat. We always get asked, you know, how do I become a diplomat? The answer is you need to buy at least 5 plots of virtual real estate in SuperWorld to become a diplomat. And once you're a diplomat, you know, you can partner with us in a variety of ways. We want to highlight what you're doing. You can take advantage of our the ability to kind of evangelize for us and earn you know, affiliate commission from sales on a variety of things. Virtual real estate is example, 20% on virtual real estate, and you know, other ways to get involved in our mission. But this offer is a really easy way to become a diplomat. You buy 5 plots of land in SuperWorld, you'll get 5 anywhere in the world for free. So you can buy 5 plots anywhere in the world, you get 5 bonus plots, and you automatically become a diplomat. And I think the coolest thing about it is, you know, you can join our calls where we'll brainstorm on products, new releases, things that we haven't built yet, and would love to get your opinion. And we want, you know, we want those super citizens that are owners of virtual real estate, understand the product, want to give us feedback. And that's what a diplomat's all about.
Okay, thanks a lot. And yeah, let's do a quick recap.
Yeah. So today, you know, we really wanted to give a deep dive into virtual real estate, the history and the use cases. You know, I think this is an important topic because a lot of people are oftentimes when they hear the word, you know, and I can understand why. It's like, wait, isn't virtual, like, how do you have virtual real estate? Isn't it supposed to be physical by definition? You know, I always hear that. And, you know, I think the best way to think about this is virtual real estate is, in SuperWorld's case, a way to become a stakeholder in a real world location by owning a geospatial media asset that covers that location. And so it's a way of having property rights over digital assets. It's a way of being able to become a stakeholder, as I mentioned, in a place, in a location. And it also, you know, for some people could be a digital twin of a physical property, or being able to have these extensions of connecting virtual and physical in their real life. And so again, it's a topic that's very close to us at SuperWorld because it's the foundation of how SuperWorld works. And I'm happy that we had the opportunity to go over it today and get more people understanding of the history and evolution. And blockchain has really, you know, revolutionized virtual real estate because now it's given us the ability to, again, have those property rights in a decentralized way, have authenticity, have, you know, the ability to transact frictionlessly around the world on virtual real estate, and have this immutability and all the benefits that blockchain offers, and bring that into this concept. So it went from gaming now to, real world business applications. And that's what we're really excited about SuperWorld. SuperWorld kind of is a, again, very big vision. So we want to use this to enhance your real life, whatever that means to you. So whatever your use case is, we want to give you the tools to build that. And that's where our Worlds product comes in and has a really strong interplay with virtual real estate.
Wonderful. Thank you, Hrish. And I saw that we got one question from Sky, but as far as I understand, Sky, your question is a bit more related to customer support, because now we are more focused on answering more general questions about SuperWorld. So if you are struggling with anything that is related to our platform, here is the email that you should get in touch with, and our team will respond to your requests immediately. We have very eager and helpful team on board. So just take a picture of this email, get in contact with our colleagues, and you'll be taken care of by them.
And I'll answer, and I'll just touch on it as well. Sky, I think what you're asking is a question related to a campaign we have with a partner called Rewardable. They have certain tasks. So you might want to ask them about that. So that's unrelated to necessarily SuperWorld. It's just a task. We have a partnership with the Rewardable, where anyone who completes certain tasks gets a free plot of virtual real estate. And so I think you just need to just kind of go to their customer service and figure that out.
Yeah, or ours maybe can also give you some more tips as well.
Yeah.
But definitely contacting them will be much more efficient then. It's good that you also made that comment. So for now, it looks like today we are not getting any other extra questions for our webinar. So I say that we close for today. Today we had a bit of a different approach. We wanted to educate you guys about the crucial components of SuperWorld, and you can also see that coming in the next weeks. Next week we're going to have one small break, but we'll still have definitely at least one more webinar before Christmas in 2 weeks. But that one will be on Wednesday, so there will be a little bit of a different time schedule in the upcoming 2 weeks. But as I said, definitely there will be a webinar on the 13th of December. And more updates will be coming soon to you guys. And thank you very much for tonight. Thank you, Hrish, for educating us about virtual real estate and sharing all your knowledge and experience with us. And I think from my side that's everything. Thank you guys very much. And you, Hrish, probably also have some last words. Exactly.
Yeah, thanks so much. Alex, hey, what's up? Sky4, Altered Alley, Booty. Just want to say hi. Thanks again for joining us, and everyone else. Excited to see you in SuperWorld, and looking forward to working with you to build a better world. So see you next time.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.